9 experienced hikers suddenly ripped their own tent open and ran barefoot into a frozen forest at nearly -30 degrees Celsius. Whatever terrified them that night was more frightening than freezing to death. These weren't ordinary tourists. They were experienced hikers, engineers, and university students. Together, they set out on one of the toughest winter expeditions in the Soviet Union. Their journey began on January 23, 1959. The team carefully documented every step with photographs and journal entries. Everything seemed perfectly normal. They laughed together, posed for photographs, and had no idea that this would become the last normal picture ever taken of them. Days passed, but the group never returned. Their families grew worried. Soon, rescue teams were sent into the mountains to search for them. When rescuers finally reached the campsite, they couldn't believe what they saw. The tent was still standing, but it had been sliced open from the inside the tent. Their boots, warm jackets, food, cameras, and personal belongings were still there. Whatever happened forced them to leave everything behind. Then came the strangest clue: bare footprints, leading away from the tent, not running, but calmly walking into the freezing darkness, nearly a mile away. Rescuers found the first 2 hikers beneath a giant cedar tree. A small fire had burned nearby, but it wasn't enough to save them. Over the next few weeks, the remaining hikers were found scattered across the mountain. None of them were together, and every new discovery made the mystery even darker. Then the investigation became even stranger. Some hikers had massive chest injuries and skull fractures, but almost no visible wounds on the outside. One discovery shocked investigators more than anything else. One victim was found with soft facial tissue missing, a mystery that fueled countless theories for decades. Investigators also discovered traces of radiation on some clothing, but no one could explain how it got there. Avalanche, secret military experiments, powerful winds, even unknown creatures. Every theory explained part of the mystery, but none explained everything. More than 60 years later, the official explanation points to a natural snow slab avalanche, but many people still believe the real story has never been fully revealed. Decades later, that Russia reopened the investigation. New technology, new experts, and new theories. But even after all these years, the mystery refused to disappear. Why did they leave without shoes? Why were they walking instead of running? And what frightened 9 experienced hikers so badly that they chose the freezing wilderness over the safety of their tent? The mountain has remained silent ever since. No witness, no confession, only snow and unanswered questions. More than 60 years later, people still debate what happened on that freezing night. Maybe it was nature, maybe something else. The truth may never be known. Some mysteries are solved by science.